Well, I want to welcome all of you to the very first podcast that, if I'm correct, Yvonne agrees with me, that we are going to be doing this on weekdays. You can see it here on the calendar here on the praise report that it's listed here. It also has the Zoom meeting to be able to join. I'm not all that familiar with how to do things, but what I understand from my husband is that you'll be able to come, you'll have your be muted in it. You can listen to everything. And then if you have a question that you want us to discuss, you can type it in and then we can go ahead and discuss it. We're going to limit this to 20 minutes. Interestingly, my phone goes off at 8:20. It's 8 o'clock here in Florida. And so when it goes off at it, now this says that it's at 7, which is interesting. It's actually supposed to be 8. So I'll have to fix that. But anyway, it's going to be 8 to 8:20. And that's when my alarm goes off. And then we'll just end the meeting and post it. And here we are. I was waiting for Yvonne, and now she has been able to join us. She doesn't know that I've already started recording, but I have. And so we'll just wait for her to go ahead and join us. And now she can see the screen, and more than likely she can hear us. Yvonne, are you there?
Hi.
I
Yes, I'm
have
here.
already started recording. This is so
Oh,
far out of my comfort. I cannot even begin to tell you, but I'm just going to do it because that's the way I live. I
yes.
just was kind of going over how this is going to work. I did notice, and I'll do it later, that
Mm.
it's saying 7 to 8. It's supposed to be 8. Well, unless it's because of the time zone. Is that why? I don't know. We'll talk about that later, but we want to make sure it is my time, and it's my Zoom link. It's from 8 to 8:20 is it's going to run, and we don't have to set up an alarm because my breakfast one that you've heard enough times is going to go off. But normally we'll tell you the truth is that we always continue talking until I get too hungry, and then we stop. But we will stop. We are going to be good at this, because if it does go too long, nobody's going to tune in or join us. So that's the first thing that we wanted to go over. And also a few other things. So one of the things, Yvonne, that I wanted to open up is the Telegram, because this is how we left everything. And I know that you had left to draft something that we were going to work on together, but the time didn't present itself. So I guess we're going to kind of do it together here, but I think we're good. I think that just doing it this way, where it's not as, I don't know, professional, probably not, but it's much more in keeping with what's going, that's the trend of the world. It's very
Yes.
open, and anything goes, and it can be very boring. It can be very very unscripted. So I think we can just go ahead. We're with everyone who loves us, knows that we're crazy, or if they don't, they will soon find that out. And we'll start to do it. Do you want to just paste it in here and just go ahead and put in and kind of go over some of the things, and you can take over?
Yes, so I haven't even started yet because I was working with Isabella to do the notification, the
Oh,
subscription and the notification. Yes,
to
yes. So
do
that,
that. Well, we'll just kind of go off of what
yes,
we were going to go off of. I think it
yes,
really kind of went with, I'm going to slide this along. It
yes,
kind of just goes back with our welcome back and the
yes,
concerns that we had. And also the one specifically, it had to do with Christine, who really was sharing the concern that you and I both have. Well, I think she took it, if I understand hers correctly, and I asked that, if I understand hers correctly, that she didn't want to come back. So we do hope she does come back, because Let me just go ahead and go to this one, and then everyone can go ahead and read it. But is to not come back into the same working and administrative. And so all these things that we were concerned about, and one of the biggest, one of the first times that we didn't fully agree, just because we both felt the same way, it was how to deal with it, had to do with monday.com, you know, because that's where we worked. But that's what we did. We did administrative things there, and it just is a slippery slope. But we'll go ahead and link this as part of the blog for this. I think that's what we're going to end up doing, is probably posting this, you know, after YouTube. I'll upload it there and then let you finish that, but we'll post it as a praise here.
Yes,
Does that sound right to you? Okay.
yes, that's
So I'll
exactly,
go
yeah.
ahead and as we'll gather things, let's go ahead and just keep this running. So nothing we'll just go ahead and do that. And then maybe, or it would have been good if I had put the other, but I'll put that podcast and the date or something like, well, it says the date. We'll just see. So there's the comment if you want to read everything, because it really does share both of our heart on this. Let's just jump, okay, to the Monday board. I don't know where I'm going to end up here, so I'm gonna just do a not stop recording, but stop sharing. I'm going to pause the share just to make sure, because I don't want to reveal anybody else's information here, you know, but I don't know. Let me just go to the main workspace. I'm not sure exactly where I need to go, because this is open to everyone else. I think this is fine. It's where our Zoom, you know, meeting was. I'll just do one little slight thing and just start sharing it. If I didn't watch enough of podcasts to show how easy, you know, how simple it is. Yeah. So anyway, here's the Monday board. And right now, everybody's kind of frozen out. We just undid everyone so that you couldn't come in and work in it. But this is what we're talking about, is our, I don't know what the homepage shows. It's just for those of you who aren't on our ministry team, this is kind of, but if you saw how involved it was, I guess showing the meeting, no, that's not it. Let's see, the inbox, no, there's nothing there. But I did get a high five that I kept that free. But anyway, is there a place where I could, you're better at it.
I don't know why you can't see the boards. If you just click on that 4 blocks.
This
why
one?
is it?
Yeah, it's not showing.
Oh, there it is.
There it is. It's hiding there. Okay, well, we didn't mean to you know, here's but let me go into HQ from here maybe. But anyway, here's all of our boards. Here's the, you know, but this is all the work that goes in, and it's work. And you know, this is just an example of this that's going on. And so we just don't, we want to keep it here. We want to keep, this is my favorite thing, that there are none, you know, usually mine is so full, I can barely keep up with it. So we don't want anyone to get back into here. I believe that that's exactly what Christine does not want. She doesn't want to do that, and we don't want her to. So here's what we have decided. We've agreed that we don't want you to feel locked out. If you want to be back, we will invite you back. All you need to do is underneath this, when I'm going to go ahead and put my name there. Underneath this, once we post it, you can go ahead and just say, you know, I'd like to get back in, and just, you know, because it's up to you. You need to work with your husband, and if that feels what you need to do, go ahead and do that. We're going to encourage you, however, to do much more ministering, and definitely do it first. You would agree? Yeah.
Yes.
So we wanted to show you too that if you ever wonder, well, where are how do I find everything? it shows right here, we have 38 branch ministries, actually 22 websites, I think. I should probably put that on there. But both from our phones, both Yvonne and I did the same path, which shows that it's just our husband who's leading us. But we went in to check all the different websites in the back end. We are now going to have the ones that signed up, the licensed franchise ministries. For instance, Atara will be checking her Hope at Last. Adina will be checking her Love at Last. And Isabella will be checking her Homegrown. And so they go in, they check the back end, they make sure it's operational. They contact one of the 3 of the webmasters to make sure if something goes awry. And but they check that. Also, after they've checked that, just to make sure it's operational every day, is to minister on their own website and to do that. And so that's going to be with everyone, but we have a lot more available. This one is going to be, we're going to have to wait until May on this one. Not sure what we're going to do about this one. I think it's more like the Encouraging Women, which is going to be managed by a lot of the different ministries. But this kind of goes over, so here's a full menu, and you can find these that are also either already operational or they're going to become available. So they're all pretty much on this one page, just the plain RMI website. You can get to it. I think that on Encouraging Women, if I'm not mistaken, I'm going to go to the very bottom. It'd probably be a good idea to kind of have that down at the bottom here. I mean, it has it here. I don't know that you can link it from here. See, that's not linkable there. But anyway, you can do this and open it up and copy this. By copying that, I think anyone, I'm now just talking to people who this should go. That will take you there. It's not the easiest. So I'll talk to my husband, ask him what we can do to do that. So what else do we want to go over besides that? Oh, it was about the praise report. Do you want to explain about this?
Yes. So what the aim is of this is, well, first of all, to welcome you all back. Welcome back. I hope you had a wonderful time with your heavenly husband. I hope you had an amazing honeymoon with him. And then for us, for the praise report, what we're trying to do is to take what we did on Monday and Google Docs, because we've been going back and forth on how are we best going to help you to not fall into that way of just administrating all the time. Of course, like Erin said earlier to me, there will be administration. We can't just pretend it's not there. But what we would want to do is to make sure that we keep a good balance, and that ministering is really the main focus of what we need to do, and also that we do everything above ground, not just for us, but just to make it easier for everyone. And I was also thinking this morning is that this is also an easy way for our partners to see what they are investing in and who they are investing in when they are tithing and offering and donating, all of those things to the different ministries. So like I said, the aim of the praise report is for us to be able to tell you everything that's going on in the ministry, all the news that we have. If there is something administrative that we need to tell you about, then we will use the praise report for this. A good example is if something happens, like with the Encouraging Women. Let me give you an example. With the Encouraging Women, like you would see in the Encouraging Women, we don't have the menu pinned anymore. We are seeking him for a newer, easier way. And we spoke about something this morning, and I don't want to go into that now, but a beautiful way to use the Psalms and Proverbs and the verse of the day and all of that to minister to others without having it pinned there, making it feel like it's a lot of work to go into all of those things in the morning.
Develop it like Psalms and Proverbs, or the fellowships that each person could take one. If you love My Beloved and you're going through it every day, post it every day. Say, I'm going to be posting this, read today's, and then share, but not just posting. That's administrative. It's all packaged up and it's lovely, but read it and then tell us what you think. How did it made you feel? What did your husband talk to you about? And that would be a great ministering, and it would be great to be able to see that posted. I'd like to get involved in it, especially ministering to other people in my life, in my personal life. Then I could say, oh my gosh, this is the perfect one, and then I could share it. So that would be ideal.
So things like that, so that we can share this there and that everyone can see it, and you can use it not just to administer, but to minister more effectively when you minister on the different websites. So that would be the aim, without us falling into that, I want to say, into that other side of administering too much. And something that I was thinking about today as well, which we can use the praise report for, is like, when we have something that we want to do, let's say, for example, we have a new book that we want someone to format, why not put it on there and say, we need a formatter, someone come in and
there's so many things that we can do without going back underground. And when we refer to underground, one of our biggest underground is here, because all of this was going on. And unless you're part of the ministry team, and I'm able to see everything, maybe you can't even see everything. There's so much going on. There's so much going on in our Google Documents. That's another place where we work, because we do use a Google platform. And so we don't want to get back into all the administrative and getting underground where it isn't available. And you brought up a good point with our partners, their investment partners. We can bring that up maybe sometime this week. But the investment partners are important, and anybody who thinks that they would love to be part of things, this is where to do it. So I wanted to regress and go over something we mentioned when we were on the phone earlier, is signing up for and making sure that you're getting the praise report delivered to your inbox, and also encouraging women. Those are the two main. You want to make sure you're signed up for both of these. Now, with that said, here it is here. So if I don't know if there's a way to send this out or post this here. Is there? No, there isn't a way here for them to do it. So I would just say, I'm going to go here. I'm going to go ahead, and I don't know what it looks like on my phone, but I'm going to go ahead and include this in the post here. So just coming here, I guess you're already going to be here, but once you do, look at these are called widgets. It's hard for me to always remember what it is, but a widget is what runs down the side of the website here. These are widgets, all of this. This is a widget. And then these are also widgets. It's a coding that says the most recent, every time the new comments come up, they come up here. The only downside to this, I'm going to say, is that if I come in and I just work through all of the new posts and I comment, all you're going to see is my comments. I wish it wasn't like that, but that's exactly what happens. You're going to see this. This pretty much, it's just, so if you're coming here from your phone, it's not going to be next to it. It'll be below it. So just keep scrolling down, and eventually you will hit these on these widgets. Okay. So on the widgets, you'll be able to see that, but make sure that you sign up, especially ministry team members returning. Make sure you're signed up for this, and that means it'll come into your inbox. So determine too which inbox. If you want to stay away from administering, and you have your that one. Oh, it's our meeting is already over. My goodness. Well, are we going to stick to it? Are we going to come back tomorrow? Have we said enough?
Let's just finish about the newsletter.
All right,
sign
I
up.
snoozed it. I've got 9 minutes. Let's just extend it since this is the first one. Let's make sure. So signing up for this one and signing up for this one, we'll have that. So on the widget, is that right? Yvonne, we'll
Yes.
have a widget for them to sign up. And also
Yeah.
we're going to try and set it up, the one on homegrown. It isn't working on my computer, but if you're on your phone, it'll just pop up. So we want to do that for those and this one. What else?
Yeah, I think that's about it for the sign up. So you're sure you don't miss anything when you come. Yes,
Yes. And I think I explained the podcast. We're going to try and do a 20-minute. This is going to be 21 plus minutes. And then we're going to kind of go over things. Our time goes very quickly. So we're going to try and keep it that way so that you'll tune in, and then everything that you need is here. Also, if you have questions, especially like questions coming up for the next day, tomorrow morning, you can post them here. And I also thought too, that if I can't come, or you are having your load shedding, which if you don't understand that, and you've heard anyone from South Africa, that just means it hugely means that they are without power. They get their power shut off periodically. Every day they go without power. And even though Yvonne has backups and things, it doesn't last forever, and she won't be around, or it's not going to be strong enough. So in those situations, we need someone else to come in, and I can either carry on or someone else can. We can have different people take this over on different days. Let's just see how he leads. That's the most important thing, is we just want to be much less formal, very informal, because that's the kind of relationship we want them to build with their husbands, their husband, their maker. We want them to have that very informal. And so he's changing us all. And so we want to continue on with our honeymoon. We want to do this, but at the same time, we do know there is administrative. So administrative we'll be posting here on the praise report. All ministering is going to be here. So make sure you tune into that. Make sure you go through this. Make sure you comment or heart. Remember, there is an opportunity to give a heart, to whoever here like this. I can give a heart to and click on that. And I think that's about it. Something did come up about the annual giving, but the nice thing is that just because I asked my husband what to do, because it came into headquarters, I was able to post it here, and now it is on here, or it was on the list here. Maybe it's because I did it on, I'm going to refresh here, but it does have it posted that it is on what to do. So anyway, I think this is really going to help, and we're just slowly doing our best, and that's all he asks you to do too, so you can just relax and enjoy and minister.
Yes.
Well, if there's nothing else, let's just conclude this so it doesn't go too long. Again, if you need Monday opened up, please let us know under this post here. And if you have questions for tomorrow, please post it here and we will discuss it. You are also, I'm going to do my best. You are welcome to come and listen and type in. I'm not very good at navigating a lot of people, but we'll just see how he moves on that. All right, I guess that's it then.
Ladies, have a wonderful day.
Okay, thank you so much, and we'll be back tomorrow.
Yes.
Okay, bye-bye.